Pakistan commit to implement fully their transit trade agreement. This is an agreement that Afghanistan and Pakistan started negotiating together in 1961. All these years later, they have finally signed it. And we want to see trade begin to move across that border. And then we want to see that trade expanded into Central Asia and India. Two-way trade, multiple paths for trade. Because someday, that entrepreneur here in Chennai should be able to put her products on a truck or a train that travels unimpeded, quickly and cheaply through Pakistan, through Afghanistan, to the doorstep of her customer in Kazakhstan. A Pakistani businessman should be able to open a branch in Bangalore. An Afghan farmer should be able to sell pomegranates in Islamabad before he drives on to New Delhi. Or as Prime Minister Singh put it so beautifully, I dream of a day while retaining our respective identities, one can have breakfast in Amritsar, lunch in Lahore, and dinner in Kabul. That is how my forefathers lived. That is how I want our grandchildren to live. I couldn't agree more, and neither could you. Now it is just important as applauding to support the work that must be done to realize that dream. When I look at the potential of the people in this region, I am absolutely convinced you can outcompete, outgrow, outprosper anybody in the world. But that's why the barriers must come down. When Indian Americans used to come to the United States, their hard work and their success was such a symbol of what was possible. Today, there's migration back from the United States to India because the Opportunity Society has arrived here. Pakistani Americans, Afghan Americans, they still come to the United States seeking opportunity. They too deserve an Opportunity Society. And in order to do that, we have to move beyond the past into a present filled with possibility and then to make a future that delivers. In what I've discussed today, India's growing role in the Asia-Pacific and in South and Central Asia, I do so because I think this is the only way forward. Yes, it is an ambitious agenda, but we can afford to be ambitious. Because when we in the United States, and particularly in the Obama administration, look at India, we see, as President Obama said, a nation that is not simply emerging, but has emerged. And a nation with whom we share so many bonds, and one that will be a leader globally in shaping the future we will all inherit. Now, of course, both of our nations, being democracies, are dealing with challenges that have to be met. Entrepreneurs, inventors, students. In a democracy, we are all helping to shape our future. That is what sets us apart from other systems and other nations. I mean, it does look a little messier from time to time, but it is the most sustainable way human beings have found to organize themselves. And that's what we must do. For both America and India, the threats, the perils, the problems are discussed endlessly. Turn on the television, pick up the paper, go on the internet. But I see a much brighter picture, because I think there isn't anything we cannot do. And I believe in India's future. This is not, therefore, a time when any of us can afford to look inward at the expense of looking outward. This is a time to seize the opportunities of the 21st century, and it is a time to lead. So I come to Chennai as an admirer of what India has accomplished. Someone who, in just the course of the last 18 years, has seen the changes firsthand. There are great forces at work, but there is nothing preordained or inevitable about the future of your country or mine. Generations before us fought to give us a democracy, fought to build our institutions, fought to overcome the inherent problems of pluralism and diversity, fought to make good the values that we know are essential to the systems that we have built. And now it is our turn, and it is particularly the turn of the young people who are here today. For each of us to make our contribution, for each of us to work in every way we can, not only for our own personal betterment, although that comes in an open society like yours and mine, but to work for the common good, to work for our nation, and to work for a world that is worthy of our dreams. So let us commit to do so. Thank you all very much.